Today we'll be getting back into the Sasha Banks and Bayley storyline. We have a few weeks of story advancements to get through, as well as a big report on Sasha and Bayley, so let's get right into it. Let's start with Bayley vs. Charlotte Flair on SmackDown from a few weeks ago. It was a champion versus champion, and it was really built up as a huge match. We saw Bayley actually make a huge move and request for Sasha Banks to stay backstage and not to come out with her. Bayley did this because she wants to prove the commentators and all the critics wrong that she doesn't need Sasha to win matches. Fast forward to the match, and Bayley actually picked up the surprising win against Charlotte Flair. Bayley defeated Charlotte mostly due to a dirty heel pin, but regardless, it still goes down in the books as a win for Bayley and a loss for Charlotte. Then what happened backstage was really our story advancement between Sasha and Bayley. Sasha congratulates Bayley, and they celebrate for a quick moment before Bayley gets serious and said, "You didn't think I could do it, right?" But it wasn't in a joking manner. Bayley said that line very seriously, and the tension rose for a second until she started laughing and celebrating with Sasha again. But I think Bayley was actually serious with that question. She knew that Sasha didn't think she could win on her own. So when Bayley got that win against Charlotte Flair, she was basically rubbing it in Sasha's face because she saw Sasha as a doubter as well. Fast forward to the following week, and we have Sasha and Bayley interrupting a moment of bliss with the New Day. Sasha and Bayley come out. They're doing their usual thing of trashing Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, but then we got into more deeper stuff once they all started going back and forth. Alexa Bliss sent the big jab towards Sasha Banks with the line about being a champion. You had the SmackDown Tag Team Champions in the ring, the Women's Tag Team Champions, and the SmackDown Women's Champion in the ring. Everyone in the ring had a championship title, except for Sasha Banks. So Alexa really got under her skin with that line. I think Alexa's line is probably the deepest line, and it's going to be one of those lines that really sticks with Sasha's character and makes her think again about her relationship with Bayley. We saw Charlotte start it up a few weeks ago when she talked to Sasha about how they were main eventing Monday Night Raws and pay-per-views together a few years ago, and now she's nothing but Bayley's sidekick. Alexa's line was sort of a continuation of what Charlotte started. It shows Sasha to look around the ring. Everyone is a champion except you. Maybe if Sasha Banks really thinks about that fact, then she'll realize that she's not a champion because Bayley is holding her back. So if Sasha did really think about that line by Alexa Bliss, then it could help to open up her eyes about everything. Sasha Banks did have a good response for Alexa Bliss though, and that's the fact that those tag team titles would never exist if it wasn't for Sasha Banks and Bayley. That's actually true. We even touched on this story in our top 10 about Sasha and Bayley, but the women's tag team titles were nothing but a myth for a long time. Yeah, lots of fans wanted the titles, but no one was really pushing for it backstage. So nothing ever happened. It wasn't until Sasha and Bayley became obsessed with the idea of a women's tag team championships, and they would annoy Vince McMahon and WWE officials about the championships every day, until WWE finally gave in and brought the titles to life. So Sasha's line has a lot of weight to it. She's definitely telling the truth when she says that those titles are only around because of them. Real quick, if you enjoy what you see, then make sure to click the subscribe button down below. A large amount of our viewers are not even subscribed to the channel, so take a second to click that button if you enjoy what you see. Let's get back into the story. But we weren't done there. Bayley once again volunteers Sasha Banks for a match against Alexa Bliss. You could see just how frustrated Sasha gets the second Bayley does this. It's not the first time Bayley volunteers Sasha for a match. Bayley has done it a handful of times now, and it's just becoming a regular thing. It's understandable why Sasha was furious. This happens all the time, and Bayley just volunteered her to face one of her longtime biggest rivals, Alexa Bliss. So Sasha didn't have much to actually be excited about with this entire situation. Sasha was literally in a tracksuit and heels, so she was by no means actually prepared and expecting a match. But due to Bayley opening her mouth, Sasha had to compete. Sasha changes into her sneakers The commentators even asked Bayley why she always throws Sasha into matches out of nowhere, and Bayley actually had a reasoning for it. Bayley says she knows Sasha is the best and she's ready to go at any time, so that's why she volunteers her for matches on the spot. The commentary also mentioned Nikki Cross was just going insane with cheering on Alexa Bliss. Michael Cole brought up a great point and asked Bayley why she wasn't so passionate about cheering on Sasha Banks, which is actually quite true. Bayley doesn't put in much effort to cheering on Sasha, but Bayley said that she cheers on Sasha in her heart. We fast forward to the finish of the match, and for the first time in quite a while, Bayley actually helped Sasha Banks win a match. This win finally marked the end of Sasha's massive losing streak. Sasha hasn't won a SmackDown singles match since November 2019, so a win for Sasha was definitely overdue. But what was strange here was that Bayley actually helped Sasha win a match for once. That's something we don't see quite often, but it may not be what it seems. It's possible that Bayley only helped Sasha win that match because she knew it would likely earn them a title match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We know that Bayley values championships over her friendship with Sasha Banks. So the way I see it is that Bayley only helped Sasha win because Bayley really wants to get her hands on those tag team championships. Bayley probably figured if Sasha pinned Alexa, then they'll probably be in line for a future women's tag team championship match. And if that was the case, then Bayley got her wish. WWE announced that Sasha Banks and Bayley will be taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross for the Women's Tag Team Championships next week on SmackDown. This is really interesting because there's a lot of possible story advancements that could come from this title match alone. We can either see Sasha Banks and Bayley actually pick up the title win and become the new tag team champions. I think it's a good spot for them to win the titles and prove to those critics that they're still united. Alexa and Nikki have been champions ever since WrestleMania, so they had a nice reign. It wouldn't be a shocker if they lost the titles here. Remember that all the drama between Sasha Banks and WWE started because of her and Bayley's first joke of a title reign as tag team champions. So if they pick up the titles here, it'll be a great spot to redeem themselves for their short reign as champions last year. But then the other direction we have for Sasha and Bayley is a heartbreaking loss with their titles on the line. Sasha and Bayley are probably right there, just seconds away from winning the match and the titles, but something goes horribly wrong, which causes them to lose. Then we can really see Sasha Banks and Bayley really get into something with each other after a loss like that. Emotions are always the highest after a big loss, so maybe they won't be able to hold back after this big title loss. But I can honestly see it going either way. They either win the tag team titles or suffer the big loss. Regardless of the outcome, their storyline will advance. We also have a big report that came out recently about Sasha Banks and Bayley that claims their breakup will be slowing down a bit because WWE has no clue on where their singles match will actually take place at. Originally, Sasha Banks vs. Bayley was going to take place at SummerSlam in front of Sasha's hometown Boston crowd, but it's looking very unlikely that SummerSlam will actually take place in Boston. So that's resulting in some big delays and concerns for Sasha Banks and Bayley's storyline. It's unfortunate that we can't see that title match in front of Sasha's hometown crowd. Sasha would have definitely won that title match against Bayley, so it would have been a really special moment and win for Sasha Banks. But it's looking like SummerSlam will have to be relocated. So that explains why Sasha Banks and Bayley's storyline is still unfolding, but just a very slow moving pace. This is one of the most interesting storylines going on in SmackDown, so we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. What are your thoughts on Bayley and Sasha Banks' storyline so far? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.